Hi, here's a short video on how to use and find our library databases. Before we start, what are library databases? Well, databases are collections of information or articles that you might need to use for different types of research. So let's figure out where they are. So if you go to the library homepage, you can click on Databases A to Z. We have a lot of databases, 73, and they're arranged in alphabetical order, so that's why it says A to Z. If you know the name of the database you're looking for, your instructor tells you use a certain database, you can go through the A to Z list and find it really easily that way. Or you can actually go up to this top part where it says the first letter of the database. For example, JSTOR, you can click on J and it comes right up. Here's JSTOR right here. If I click on JSTOR, it takes me straight to the database. Now, if you're at home, you have to log in, and it's going to be using your ID number and your PIN number, which will be the month and day of your birthday. Let's go back. There are other ways to search as well. If you don't know what database to use, you can use the one that's closest to your subject. For example, depending on what class you're taking or what your research is on, you can go by that. So you can scroll through here and look through the different sources. And here we have different things for physical sciences, philosophy, nursing. But if you're not really sure which one is going to work best for you, you can go to where it says General Research and click on that. These databases are generally going to be good for most research questions that you might have. If you're not sure where to start, this is a very good starting point for you. But there are other ways of searching too. Let's go back. Sometimes your instructor will say that you can use magazines or newspapers. And if you're not sure where to find those, you can just go under database types. And this will list the different types of database you have. And we have magazines and newspapers here. The advantage to using the library databases for finding information in magazines and newspapers as opposed to looking online is that we have full text articles for all these. So you won't have to pay for them and you don't have any limits on how many articles you can look at. If you go online, a lot of the times that's what you're going to have. But these are all full text. And here's the most common databases for popular magazines. And this one would probably be the best because it even says popular magazines. But there's another way you can search too. If none of these subjects work well for you and none of the database types work well for you, you can actually do a search over on the side where it says search for databases. And here you can type in whatever your subject is that you're looking for and it will bring up the closest databases you might need. I can type in physics and these are going to be the best databases to use for physics. Thanks for listening. If you have any questions, please let us know.